this video, you're going to learn how to generate a numerical pattern when given a graph. So when we look at any coordinate plane, we notice that coordinate plane is made up of two axes, your x and your y. And lines are made up of a bunch of different points. And points have coordinates, and the coordinates have an x value and a y value. And so when we're generating a numerical pattern from a graph, we're basically generating a numerical pattern from given coordinates. So let's look at this first line. It's easier to identify the intersections. So let me pick this intersection right here. In this intersection right here, I know that the value of x is 4, and then the value of y is 5. So then what I have to do is pick a different one. I'm going to pick this intersection right here. Notice that in this intersection, the value of x is -1, and the value of y is 1. Notice that there's another intersection right here where the value of x is -6 and the value of y is -3. And so that is a numerical pattern that we generated from this particular line. Let's look at this other graph down here. Why don't you go ahead and pause the video and give it a try. Welcome back. You have quite a few points that are right on the intersection here to pick from. So let's go ahead and get started. And normally when we generate a pattern, a numerical pattern, and generate a table from here, what we want to do is we want to go in order. So whatever you pick, go in order, either from greatest to least or least to greatest. So in here I'm going to pick the first point that we have, and that is -3 for x. And when x is -3, y is 6. And then you're going to go in order. When x is -2, y is 5. When x is -1, y is 4, and so on. I don't have to keep writing it. That's enough to give me a numerical pattern. But what happens sometimes you have lines like this? Every line has a numerical pattern. Let's go ahead and look at some of these points. X equals 2. When x equals 2, I notice that y is 5. But I also notice when x equals 2 that y is also 4. And y is also 3, and actually this line stays at x equals 2 the entire time. And so this particular line is a line that has no rate of change. When this happens, we just simply write out a numerical pattern with x is the same value for different values of y.